the common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Live Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Elman.
I'm Todd Butterfield.
Hope you guys had a good holiday break there. I don't know, most of you guys are probably from the United States with Thanksgiving break. Hopefully you had some time off from work, some time with the friends and family members as well. Obviously, we haven't been live since last week, but of course, everybody who is in the loop found us on Twitter, Discord, Patreon, learncrypto.io, chat, etc., etc. We're still out there trying to answer questions, posting here and there, even with the holiday upon us. So, you know, it's been a rough one. The market is looking rough right now. We'll see what's going on, what we've been doing, maybe discuss a little bit of what some of these guys in here who are on the Discord have been doing as well. And, you know, really fending off the emotions and doing the best you can, if you believe in the space, to try and position yourself. Once again, I know some people, I don't know if they don't want their names named, but some people were adding and getting some more nodes on various networks, more staking coins for various networks, etc. And really kind of excited for the dip, which is the way to look at it from an optimistic point of view is, you know, you can't really control it. If you didn't trade it perfectly, like obviously we didn't, we're long here. So we're looking for buying points that you take advantage of some of the downturns and some of the projects you like and ride some of the short-term waves that we discussed over in Discord as well. What's up with you, Todd?
Oh, nothing. We're going to go over the Bitcoin and I'm going to go over the stocks and do what we normally do after spending time with the wife, Thanksgiving, and then still having problems with my right arm after tripping over Prince.
We're going to talk about an article questioning whether institutional investors are coming into the space or not. Is the Bitcoin Cash drama finally over? As you know, this is something that we thought was one of the catalysts for such a strong dump. You know, Craig Wright essentially, I've screenshots of it, he already deleted it, but he sent out tweets saying pretty much that he's going to do everything he can to harm the Bitcoin Cash ABC chain as well as the BTC chain, including selling all of his Bitcoin to continue to pay for mining of the new Bitcoin Cash SV. I mean, if he's that public about it and then deleting it, you got to assume that Roger Ver and others were doing the same thing. And then that, of course, caused a panic among some retail investors. Hence why I think that is one of the catalysts that led to this random massive drop from 6,000 down to as low as about, what, 3,200, 3,300 Bitcoin, I think, so far. And right now we have rebounded over 4,000, and we're sitting around 3,800 right now. I'm going to reiterate to you guys a couple things about hardware wallets to make sure you don't lose your coins. And then we'll see what's going on in the chat box, catch up with you guys over the holiday, and really just hanging out here, having some fun, and talking some crypto.
Plus, I guess Lammy J says you picked a poor week for having time off. I will agree with that. I hadn't had any time off since starting crypto 2 years ago. But also, as anybody knows, anybody that's a subscriber, student, client, I mean, everyone's got my email address and most everybody has my phone. So even on vacay somewhat, I answered everybody within a few minutes basically. So I still have my phone on my hip as I always do. So anybody that's a client of mine knows I'm, and even Twitter people that aren't clients I still reply to. So it was a break, but not really ever a real break. And then with the markets down like that was, not a break at all.
Yeah, obviously. And, we try to be on YouTube as much as we can, strive for 4 days a week live. But once again, we do YouTube because we don't get money from YouTube, really. You get some YouTube ad revenue, a couple dollars, maybe $100 a month, $200 a month. We do this because we enjoy it. We want to help you guys. We've kind of created a community here that we enjoy. But that's really the purpose of Patreon, Discord, Twitter, Telegram, etc. So even when we're not doing YouTube, there's still a way to conversate, have some discussions, and see what's going on with the markets. This is just kind of our way to go live with you guys to answer questions on demand and you guys to put a face to the real name watching us on YouTube here. All right, let's get started. Good catching up. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their holiday, and hopefully you guys are hanging in there. By you guys tuning in to a crypto show, I would assume you guys are staying in the space, whether you traded it better than we did or whether you're continuing to accumulate, participating in passive income with mining, staking, noding, etc. I have not turned off any of my mining rigs. I have not turned off any of my nodes, and I have not turned off any of my staking wallets. Those are continuing to accumulate the coins that I believe will both appreciate in USD value as well as Satoshi value as far as Bitcoin is concerned. So like we were talking about, the market cap is down to $123 billion. Our last live show, I think we're 25 billion higher. You know, even during our last live show, it wasn't pre-crash. I think we were sitting around 5,000 Bitcoin or 4,800 Bitcoin. So this bear market was already underway. And we'll discuss what we saw on the charts then and what we're seeing now. Bitcoin is at 37.61, down 7% today after a nice rally that we saw last night into the 4,000 range. XRP down to 35 cents. Ethereum trying to push that $100 mark. Bitcoin Cash saw some relief with the news of a peace treaty or whatever you want to call it, but it has given up some of those gains. And then we have the normals here with EOS, Stellar, etc. Now you might see something new here. That is Bitcoin SV. This is Craig Wright's. We're going to talk about whether that hash war, the peace treaty occurred. They gave up the rights of the BCH ticker to Roger Ver, Bitcoin Cash ABC. They're taking Bitcoin SV. Has a rally today, but once again, this is part of the fork, which you're probably still underwater on. But if you believe in Craig Wright and his vision, then you can go ahead and get involved with that. Personally, I think that he's kind of a lunatic. I think the drama between him and Roger Ver stirred a lot of this downtrend, and I'm not interested in being part of the Bitcoin SV network unless many things changes and I see many articles and you guys persuade me. But as of now, I'm not involved with that. And once you get even, if you did happen to hold through the snapshot, I said I'd be selling pre-snapshot because I assumed that there would be a massive sell-off due to the drama, due to the consensus fork that we talked about. I did not realize that they were going to be dumping Bitcoin and everything else, and it really was going to hurt the whole market. So if you guys held through the snapshot, maybe take a look at taking some profits off of Bitcoin SV or Bitcoin Cash on any further rally to at least break even on that snapshot hold. Let's see, we usually check the biggest winners, you know, Bitcoin SV, Serum Labs, and Chainlink. Chainlink up 5% after giving up a lot of its gains. I'll show you my tweet. I took a lot of heat. I was like, guys, you got to take some profits off the table on Link. I got DMs, I got replies, etc. And it happened to be the local high. And I said I would buy it on a multi-day downward swing. Obviously, that happened. It was a 1 week red bar. And we're seeing a little price action here. But again, I think Link has a chance to go a little lower
only like
in Satoshi value.
Only like 65% down, I think.
Yeah, I think it's 35 or 40% down in Satoshi value, like 65% down in USD value. It's one that I said I was going to look into. I like what Link has going on, almost being an oracle, redefining interoperability between blockchains. But I thought at those levels, when everybody was FOMOing and it was at the top of the hype, that it was a little too high. Obviously, I didn't foresee the entire market collapsing, but I did say I'd be taking profits at Chainlink, 10,000 Satoshis. And again, that was the local high on that one. So hopefully you guys took advantage of that little trade as well. All right, Todd, what's going on the charts? And we'll get into some interesting news here.
Let's go over the normal Bitcoin chart first. We've got all the marked buys we had before, showing places that the technometer was oversold on Bitcoin USD. It did have the sell up here right before the break on Bitcoin USD. I had said then that happened. I really wasn't selling because I thought worst case we was going to have a move maybe down to 5,200, kind of a spring or shakeout. And Bitcoin USDT did not give me a sell. If both of them would have gave me a sell, it'd have been easy to liquidate a little bit there. But I'll go over that here in a minute. And then really when you have a kickoff move, you don't really want to buy the first 38 on the technometer. I'll show that we did have that here at 5,700, and we've not had it since. We're setting around 40 and change. I'm probably guessing we're going to do some type of fourth wave flag down here, and then maybe another new low that then we need to reverse that probably extremely quickly. But this is the software. You know, I've told everybody on the software, the developers are trying to get the new server loaded, which has caused me some issues right when I really didn't need it. But And then even on this chart, the OP is correct, but it's showing like, I guess you'd call it a mirror image. This isn't a downtrend. Here actually is the uptrend, and this is a downtrend. And the OP is acting a little bit better the last couple of days. We had this issue before, so the data is correct. It's just showing it backwards. So again, the OP is not correct as the way it's showing, but it's still, the technometer gave this sell at 51.99, and that is because, I'll show you in another chart, that's because the OP was hitting a new high, which again, it's not a new low, it was a new high, and price didn't. That's how Bitcoin USD gave this sell signal, when Bitcoin USDT didn't have it. So if you go to the 5-minute chart, it loads the price, and it's going to load the volume right behind it. You'll see it's correct on the 5-minute chart. And then it's going to show that sell divergence. And again, it didn't have it on the Bitcoin USDT, or I probably would have tried to sidestep a little bit of a correction. And then I want to show why that's loading. Let's go back. I'd show this as an alternate count, and I had some Elliott wave markings on it. Hold on here. I mean, that's a long-term Elliott wave count. People on the channel know I had posted this really back here when we was doing this triangle, because I said a rally to 6,900, then a break to 5,200. So I still think this is what it is. I'm showing this because I think you're still ending a fourth wave here. It's obviously, I don't know what the Bitcoin Cash brought in extra selling. The 5,200 is up here at the previous low. That would have been enough to call this pattern done. But even having the extra sell off here doesn't really change anything. It still makes this a 5-wave down A, a B wave rally, and then another 5-wave down in the C wave, orange here, which then cleans up a major fourth wave, Elliott wave. So I still think that's where we're at. But like I said, I would guess down here we're going to do some type of flag. I'll have some type of divergence probably on the OP. So here it is here. And again, this is Bitcoin USD. You had the new high on this rally in the volume, which meant there was buying coming in there. The price couldn't rally back to that 6,600. And that, looking back, that's a 1-2 instead of what I really thought was going to be, again, anybody's been on the channel, this looked like 5 waves up and a B wave, and I was expecting another 5 waves up to stick its head above 6,600. I did mention 5560 was this first 5 waves up. So I really thought Bitcoin USDT would give me a sell signal on a little further rally. So, and again, we're down here now at the lows. I posted in Discord earlier. Bitcoin's got a little bit of a divergence here, not much. Ethereum, Litecoin had a little bigger divergences. Like this could be some type of low or trading range. For Elliott wave, I think it's probably a 4th wave. And then probably on the next sell-off below this 3,700 level, I'll probably get a buy divergence, and then I'll get a technometer down below 38. So I guess that's what I'm looking for now, is still a place to try to add and still pick up all these coins for still what I think will be new all-time highs are still coming. So, and I guess, do you want me to go over some stocks here real quick? Here's DIA. If you follow our weekend review, I gave a buy here. I gave a sell the day of the high. I did give a buy a week early. I followed it up with Sunday's update that I was still friendly, looking for this to be a test of the low. That's because we've been oversold. We had new low in the OP, price didn't. And then today we had 350 up on the Dow. So I think stocks are still headed higher. This is probably an A, B, and we're going to rally up for a C. And I always show TLT where I have positions. We've called pretty well conservative moves here. And I gave a sell a week ago, then I gave a sell overnight. So if you go, let me go back to the 3-month. We had the sell up at the top, a buy here, another sell, a buy. And I gave the sell, and I said it might be able to stick its head above the 115.07. This bar looks pretty suspicious. Higher opening, close on the lows, looks more like an up thrust. And then you can see the technometer even today closed at 54.42, the highest overbought reading versus clear back here on this downtrend. So I sold the opening, So I'm double short TLT. I'll quickly show SQ. The 38.50 on the technometer gave this buy and that sell, and I was hoping it would give us a buy this day. It did not. We had like a 40 and change here, so I did not get a buy yet. I kind of was worried about that, but it's going to take more selling for me to get a buy there. And then the last but not least, UUP, long dollar. I've talked about it. This trend line gives away. I'd be bearish. I really think that this was probably a fourth wave ending here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The high's already in possibly. I said I wasn't going to short because I had an oversold technometer. Now as today's close, we got an overbought. I think you probably could sell this short, or possibly there's going to be a triangle up here. This might be a triangle, a short one here starting here. So it'd be A, B, C, D, E, or D, and then a day or two down, and then one more new high. So I'd sell a rally above 2603, whatever this is, 2602, or I'd buy a break of this blue trend line. So I still think the dollar is going to turn down sharply. That's going to put the wind still behind the cryptos back. We've wiped out everybody out of cryptos, I think, and I still think we'll start a rip-roaring bull market. So
cool.
That's
we
all I
got
have right now.
Zorn 101 just in here says WTF, everyone a mod, haha. Yeah, pretty much if you come in and you have some good insight, good questions, etc., we give you a wrench that day. It kind of keeps the riffraff, the trolls, the bot accounts that are shilling whatever sheet, Ponzi scheme, coin, etc. That's the reason we do that. And then Bud Time says, do I still get a seat in the studio to chat if BTC hits 2K like I stated months ago?
We got to keep it clean because Elizabeth's daughter's watching. But yeah, you're welcome. Anybody's welcome here.
Yeah, you can come visit, get on, just like what's his face came here from Africa on the show, you know. So
stock market's on bearish trend. I mean, could be, but I trade there short term. So
the Source 99 says beep bop, not a bot by the way. There you go. All right, let's go over some news and let's give away some Zen. Let's give away some cryptos. I forgot to even mention it. You know, this is going to be a Zen giveaway. I don't care if the market's down. We're going to keep giving away stuff to you guys and to the active community members. So smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and leave a comment in the comment section below with your Horizon ZEN wallet address in it. That's it. You're entered to win. We do the drawing live during the next live show, just like we're about to do from our last live show. So let's go ahead and do that.
From St. Louis, Missouri, downtown.
All right, so let's do this giveaway real quick for you guys, and then we'll get into some news. That's going to be from this last live show here. Copy that, paste it over here. Filter duplicates. All right, here we go. You ready for the giveaway?
Oh, I'm not sure if I am or not.
The winner is Namin Kawaja. Shout out to you, Namin. And there is your Zen wallet address. I will take a picture of that. I'll be sending that to you tonight or tomorrow when I get around to it. And that's it, another Zen winner. That shout out to you guys. Without you, we would be nothing. But yes, we love to get on here, help you guys out, talk about cryptocurrencies, hear your thoughts on various projects. But if you like free coins, smash up that like, share, and subscribe button and leave your ZEN Horizon wallet address in the comment section below for your chance to win.
Shout out to Clifford Chapman, the tree man, better known as. Super guy. That's all I can say. Super guy. Him and his wife.
There we go. Are institutional investors accumulating Bitcoin while retailers panic? That's a question to ask yourself. I know some of the people in the chat box have been somewhat bearish, although their prices change here and there, but they say they're still holding out. You know, they're looking for lower prices around 3K, 2.5K, somewhere around there. So hopefully you guys are placing orders down there, as I know if there is further drop, it gets harder and harder to click the actual buy button, and you may just miss out on the rally that you continue to say is coming. A lot of the super bears in the ecosystem looking for lower prices still believe on a positive and new all-time highs for Bitcoin and the strong cryptocurrencies. So just make sure you don't miss that rally. Over the past month, the cryptocurrency market has experienced one of its worst sell-offs in all of 2018 as the price of Bitcoin dropped 35%. Oh, God. Jake Severinsky, a government enforcement, defense, and securities litigation attorney at Cobra and Kim, suggested that while retail traders or individual investors are selling in the cryptocurrency exchange market, institutional investors are accumulating. If institutional investors have been accumulating Bitcoin over the past month, then the price of BTC should have increased rather than plummeted by more than 35%, right? That just makes sense. That would be market dynamics, but we've told you why this isn't the case. Stravinsky goes on to explain that professional traders and institutional investors are highly cautious in accumulating new assets and often invest in a way that has minimal impact on the short-term being the key word, price trend of the asset or currency. Institutional investors tend to invest in speculative assets through the over-the-counter or OTC market. In the case of Bitcoin, due to its lack of liquidity, institutional investors have to rely on trusted custodians like Coinbase Custody and Fidelity Digital Assets to purchase or sell large sums of BTC. You could probably also add Gemini into there, as well as local Bitcoins and other methods as well. OTC market operators and custodial solution providers are not obliged to share their trading volumes as a result. Data held by OTC exchanges is rarely released to the public. Because of lack of information offered by OTC exchanges, it is difficult to back up claims that institutions are actually accumulating BTC to a large extent. But as Chervinsky said, there are clues investors can consider to assume that institutional investors are in fact investing in the asset class. Grayscale Investment reporting high inflows. I've shown the Grayscale reports over and over. They are saying that inflows of new institutional money is continuing to grow even during the times of market volatility in the wrong direction. Also, you see university endowments like Yale taking positions could signify a growing demand for Bitcoin from the traditional financial sector. You also have Backed Exchange launching next month, and they continue to say here, Coinbase Custody, Backed, and Fidelity Digital Assets is one of the limited ways to justify institutional demand for crypto, and recently, Backed confirmed that the demand is growing rapidly. So although the prices are going down the tubes, although Roger Ver and Craig Wright really ruined that for us if we were in the accumulation phase there, or even Peter Branson, what was it called, a fulcrum referring to Wyckoff on Bitcoin that was possible, that did fail due to them and downward pressure from panic selling from retail investors. Many still believe that institutions are positioning themselves, are accumulating via OTC and market orders day in and day out. And this individual here, Pomp, you guys might know him as Pomp over on Twitter. His name is Anthony Pompolino. He is actually the founder and partner of Morgan Creek Digital, which is an institutional grade investment vehicle. He went on CNBC. I don't know if you guys can hear this, and you can hear what he said.
I think it's muted.
Oh, they said it's muted. Well, that's interesting. Well, anyways, I'll tell you what he said then. He went on CNBC. He said that he believes that Bitcoin will bottom out around $3,000. They then said, oh, is Bitcoin dead? He went on to say a lot of the things that we said. No, it's not dead. It isn't the most secure method of payment and transaction, the most secure network that exists. Also gave various reasons why he likes the asset class. And they said, okay, well, what have you been doing for the fund then? What have you been doing for institutional investors? Have you guys been selling? And he said, no, we've only been buying. And they said, buying since 20,000. And he said, we have been pursuing Bitcoin all the way down. They asked again, since 20,000. He said, once again, we have been buying all the way down, looking to accumulate as they have a very good feeling long term. Here are his quotes. We have been pressing into it being Bitcoin the whole way down, and, quote, we have a very deep conviction in this over the long period. Many of you need to stop thinking in the hour and in the day and start thinking in the month and in the years. If you still believe that Bitcoin has a 100,000, 50,000, 40,000, some people say 1 million, then you probably shouldn't be worrying about the price action we're seeing now. Yes, it sucks. It's awful. Maybe you traded it better. I didn't sell much of anything other than the trades that we were talking about on Basic Attention Token, on ZEN, on ECA, on Linda. Those are great trades. But as far as my core Bitcoin holding, I did nothing but buy. I didn't sell any. And I'm going to continue to look to buy. So that is an individual who has a lot of respect on crypto Twitter here, 150,000 followers. Also has respect in the institutional side of investing with Morgan Creek Financial, and they've been buying all the way down. So, they haven't been putting sells on the Bitcoin. They understand that it is a finite supply resource, and they believe on the positive futures. They are trying to fatten up their cold storage wallets.
And then Zorn said, we're going to get Mt. Gox, but I thought Mt. Gox was like an unbelievable buy point. It's like, I don't know how that would hurt. So
also on top of that, Mt. Gox, the litigation has changed. They are no longer dumping on the open market, and they are no longer even selling the BTC OTC. The reason I know this is one of my buddies in the IT department at my work, who actually got me into cryptocurrencies. He had about 0.4 Bitcoin on Mt. Gox. He has been notified that they are going to be giving that asset back in like kind, meaning he should receive his Bitcoin and his Bitcoin Cash in the actual cryptocurrency, not in the USD valuation, meaning Mt. Gox isn't going to be selling it for cash, that the individual crypto investors will get that cryptocurrency back. Now, could they sell? Sure. But if they've been around the ecosystem for that long, I presume, especially at these depressed prices, that they'll actually hodl those coins and continue to add it to the bags. So I'm not really worried about Mt. Gox because they are giving the actual cryptocurrency back rather than selling on the open market like they were doing earlier this year.
Yep.
What else we got going on, guys? I see a lot of stuff in the chat box. No real questions. You guys are chit-chatting. That is awesome. I love to see it. Glad you guys are here. And a lot of the people in here are the ones who were telling me that they're actually positioning themselves, getting more secure nodes or master nodes on networks, staking, etc., or trying to dollar cost average. A lot of people in this ecosystem are really salty. They're trolling on Twitter. They're trolling everywhere. Maybe they bought the top and they're upset. But I know, I'm not going to name names, but I know of individuals in this ecosystem, in this community, who got involved with Bitcoin around $16,000. So that is near the top. And instead of whining, crying, and they are actually licking their wounds, trying to dollar cost average into the coins they like and reduce the cost basis of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, and really learning how the blockchain technology works, learning how various protocol platforms work, and starting to mine, starting to stake, and that's good to see. And I think you guys are going to be well positioned for the future that I still think is bright. I really don't care. Somebody was trolling me and said, hey, are you going to get you said if Bitcoin goes to 4,000, you're going to get a home equity loan, right? Well, we do stuff here, and we hold our word, etc. And here is the paperwork already ahead of you for Commerce Bank to get a home equity loan of credit. No, should you take out loans for cryptocurrencies? No, but I believe that at these levels, and I'm a man of my word, I think this is a great opportunity here. And yes, I own property and traditional assets, so I can get a loan backed by that asset. And
I've got balls of steel.
I'm going to do it. So I'm working on that. There's the paperwork. It has to be submitted. Obviously, I'll be approved, and we'll go from there. So there you go.
I've got balls of steel.
Opportunity of a lifetime. We wake up 2 months from now, everybody's so salty, and they forget all about it. Now, I don't know how long this bear market's going to go. You had Pomp over here said Bitcoin will bottom out at 3,000. We have Vinny from Civic Key saying that he still loves the upside objective of cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology, but believes that there is more downward side, maybe around the 2,500, 2K range before we get the next catalyst to really move in the upward trajectory again. But, we'll see.
In about 3 years, you'll be like,
I'm rich, bitch!
Yeah. And, who knows? So, Todd is saying that we could see one more leg down here if this doesn't hold here, and that maybe that'll be right in time for my home equity loan to come in, and I can be picking up some Bitcoin around that 3,000, 3,500 mark. We'll see.
As I mentioned, shorter term, like Ethereum, Litecoin, some of these look like they're having still some sell volume coming in and prices trying to hold. So I think I think if you're doing LA wave, we're probably working on a fourth wave somewhere here. And then we'll see what happens right after that.
Cool. They got a couple requests for some charts. Maybe you want to look at those, but I see some people discussing keeping coins on exchanges, wallets, etc. So this is what I wanted to bring up. Trezor warns consumers as Trezor 1 fakes flood the market. Guys, if you are going to buy a hardware wallet, what I think is the most secure way to store your funds, if you're not actively trading or doing stuff with the coins, leaving them on an exchange is okay. Binance, Coinbase, one of the top ones. But if you're not trading, get them on a desktop wallet or a hardware wallet. But once again, I'm going to reiterate this. Don't try to get a deal on eBay. Don't try to buy it from your friend. Don't try to buy it off Craigslist. Buy it only directly from the manufacturer. We actually have a referral link for Ledger in our description. That link takes you right to their website. Trezor, I don't have a referral link for that, but if you just search Trezor on Google, go to the real website to buy your hardware wallets. Don't try to save $10 in order to lose all your Bitcoin. You are your own bank. You are responsible for your own private keys, so don't try to cut corners. I even think Ledger is having a Black Friday Cyber Monday deal where you can get a Ledger Nano S for $50. $50 for one of the most secure ways to store your Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, with an expanding list of acceptable assets on there as well. So spend the $50, get a hardware wallet, and if you're going to do it, go to the direct website. Don't try to cut corners, because apparently people are cutting corners, getting fake Trezors where people then have the private keys. They wait about a week or a month. They will let you get cryptos on there. Then they log in, steal all your cryptocurrency, and you're left wondering what happened, if it was your fault. Did you leave your password out at your house? No. You're doomed from the start. You bought a fake hardware wallet.
Whoa.
You got a couple charts to look at over there, Todd?
What's up, Hugo?
Or what do you got going on?
Yeah, we're rolling over here. You know, I can show if, let me see, I had Bitcoin up. Let me see if I get some Ripple charts going. They're slow. We're still filling in data. I mean, I've got like 100,000 inquiries a day now, like $600 a month. So trying to get data to fill in. We're still working on that. I've tried to do some charts. Let's see if anything loads here.
Ricardo says, which altcoins are the best digital assets? I mean, we've talked about the ones that we've liked, and we continue to follow those and trade on those. I think you need Bitcoin in your portfolio, some of these other larger cryptocurrencies, because they are going to have institutional exposure. And then for our privacy sector, I like, on the smaller side, I like ZEN. Obviously, I like XMR. That's on the larger side. That's why I left it off. I think Digibyte has a bright future. I think you got to look into ZRX. They're continuing to get more and more relayers built upon their blockchain and protocol. Basic Attention Token has had some nice shout-outs. If you're in the Discord, you know what I'm talking about. And I think Chainlink is one I'm looking into at lower prices. And there's others. You know, Ethereum Classic is out there that we like. So, you know, the normal ones we've been talking about. If you're new to the channel, you'll start to hear us talking about these and entries on these as well. So just keep staying tuned, and we'll try to position your portfolio to what we think is fundamentally sound, and you can make your own opinions on those coins based on the technical analysis and the fundamental analysis.
Josh Ramport's going to get a Ripple tattoo.
There you go. Are you going to get a Ripple or an XRP? Because they're trying to make sure they're two totally different assets. So you got to decide there. You like Ripple the company, or you like XRP the token that apparently is not a security and has nothing to do with Ripple Labs. Ripple tattooed on my nipple. You got any charts over there, Todd, or what?
I wonder when what's-his-face got that Bitcoin tattoo. That was probably December. 20,000 Bitcoin, probably. That's kind of funny. I got a 3-month Ripple coming up. I mean, most of the technometers on most of these coins are trading around 40. So, you know, our last buy signal was up there at 45 and change. All the buys have worked here except the recent one. So we've got losses on Ripple still. And, you know, I think the developers are working. I got some older charts here. Here's some intraday charts I was going to go over. This is Ethereum USD. Not a lot of sell volume coming in. You can see prices deteriorating, but volume's really sideways. New lows on Ethereum short term, while price is trying to hold. Litecoin, same type of thing. So I think just trying to stop the downtrend short term. But technometers are all pretty well neutral. And there was Poly. We threw this in the Discord because new lows here while the OP held. And it looked like somebody tried to stop this downtrend down here over the last day and a half or so. So maybe that one's trying to make a better low. That one probably could be on a test of this low here on the next sell-off if we get another one in Bitcoin. So that's kind of
cool. I got some articles over here. Let me see what's going on in the chat box first before I go over to that. Hugo V did say that Ledger is still $50 today, so there you go. If you're going to get a Ledger, we would appreciate if you click the referral link in the description below. I think we get $5 So really, your ledger is $45 to ledger and $5 to support the channel. So there you go. We got a lot of new people in here.
Tosh says Neo's going to go to $5,
but don't
then
forget
it's going to go to 1,000.
There you go. Neo is one that we like because of staking. Somebody said is Lux a good choice. I think Lux is interesting because they're striving to make a decentralized exchange. I think one of them will survive. I think there's a lot of competition in the exchange sector, but at these depressed prices, I think Lux will see a bounce, and you can actually generate passive income from staking the Lux coin. So you know how I like passive income. During this entire bear market, I've been saying to get involved with passive income coins for this very reason. When prices continue to fall, I've made something like 250 ZEN off of the super nodes. You're staking other coins. We have Linda Master nodes, etc. So you're making those coins back. You can either hodl in that underlying coin. So if you stake Lux, you can keep staking Lux, or some of the cryptocurrencies I have, any rewards I get, I just automatically sell to BTC and generate some passive income that way. Or if you're bearish on the market, you can go to USD. But I just, this is the investable assets I put into the crypto space to try to grow via trading and passive income. So everything's staying in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. And if I sell out of a reward, I just go to the index BTC.
On Factum, we did cover that in the Discord. So people were asking about it. I mean, that had a big rally, and we said we thought it would continue. And then today I did say that the rally was running out of volume, it looked like, but we did have a quick spurt up, and I would think that one probably needs to slow up a little bit, I would think.
Power to Achieve says a lot of people think the bear market could end January of 2019, but I take in consideration it could end April or May of 2019 when NASDAQ starts trading cryptocurrency, hoping for January instead, though. Yeah, I mean, you have backed exchange coming in, supposed to be December 12th. We'll see if that gets approved even with the volatility in the market. Then you have Iris X coming in the second quarter of 2019. That is going to be with, Fidelity or TD Ameritrade, trading that asset in IRAs and 401ks. And then people are hoping for a Bitcoin ETF. I've been saying February 25th, 2019. I've been saying this for like 6 or 8 months now. Way before all these rejections, etc. I said they're going to push it back as long as they can, which would be February 27th, 2019, but that's a Sunday. The SEC isn't working on Sundays, let's be real, so I would say that Friday, which would be February 25th. Once you get all these institutional infrastructures, hopefully that turns things around. That's what we've been preaching, that's what we believe, and that's still what I believe. I'm not changing my tone on that at all. You can't account for crazy market irrationalities, especially with Craig Wright and Roger Ver getting into that fight. We knew it was going to affect Bitcoin Cash, but we didn't think it would affect the overall market this way. And whether or not you think it was all that or not, I think that you have to factor that as one of the catalysts for this recent downturn. All right, so, we did have that Zen swag giveaway going on for a while. So I went ahead and Alexander Payne won the Horizon Global Zen Swag giveaway for our YouTube channel. So shout out to you. I don't know if you're watching or if you already saw the tweet from myself or Horizon, but expect an email from Horizon Global. Their founders are emailing you to get you the shirt, the sweatshirt, whatever you want for participating in the Zen Swag giveaway. So shout out to everybody who entered that, and especially shout out to Alexander Payne for winning a nice swag giveaway. In other news, Coinbase Wallet now supports Ethereum Classic. So if you use Coinbase's wallet, their mobile wallet, not only do you have Ethereum, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, all the ERC20 tokens, Ethereum Classic is now fully functional on that wallet. So make sure to check that out. I know a lot of you mine Ethereum Classic or have owned Ethereum Classic. So another place to store it and another place to utilize their network via the Coinbase wallet. So a lot of people talking about this as well. I don't know if this is good, bad, or indifferent. I don't know if this makes even more conflict of interest. Coinbase did get approved for custody of the XRP token, but I think their names, Ripple and Coinbase, keep popping up together, and there may be a conflict of interest for XRP to actually ever be listed on that exchange. That's why I really think that the next asset on Coinbase will probably be XLM, Stellar Lumens. But Ripple and Coinbase back a project aimed at revolutionizing the U.S. securities industry. I'm not showing this article to say whether or not Securitize is a great startup or not, but I'm only showing this to show that they raised $12.75 million in a Series A for this blockchain project, pointing to the fact that the people in the know and the smart money and the big money continues to spend that fiat dollar on backing more and more blockchain and cryptocurrency projects. Coinbase and Ripple Labs are doing that here today with this another venture. So, I think that just shows you that they are not giving up on the space. They believe in the long term. Brian Armstrong has continued to say that during this bear market, and he puts his money where his mouth is as they raised another $12.75 million of their own money to invest in this startup project. I thought that was pretty interesting.
I do have a chart here. Hold on a second. This one's not loaded. XLM, let me have the screen just for a second. You can have it right back. XLM, we had to buy higher around 23 cents, and we just had another oversold technometer right down here, actually just 15 minutes ago. So we're showing oversold though. And again, the OP, don't look at that because it's still not charting it correctly, but the numbers are correct. So XLM definitely oversold here.
And somebody was talking about risk to reward ratios, and I think the easiest example is, Estaj over here was just saying, careful, NEO can go to 5, but don't forget to buy it because it can go to 1,000. So if you're looking at your what's NEO at? $7 right now. So you're looking at a downside of $2 and an upside of $1,000. I don't care what kind of investor you are, what kind of speculator you are, etc. That risk to reward ratio is off the charts and something that can't be found in very many ecosystems. So whether you're dollar cost averaging and just nibbling here just in case or putting $100 in the market every paycheck or whatever you're doing, I think you need to start. Estaj has been bearish, and he's even saying, NEO could go to 5, but he still sees an upside objective of 1,000, all while NEO does give you passive income and generates you gas on top of that in dividend form. So I think that risk to reward ratio is similar on a lot of these projects.
Buy!
You got to make the decision on your own. We don't press the buy and sell for you. If somebody's like, why do you guys have a lot of buy signals, not a lot of sells? Because really we think this is all accumulation. And before this, catalyst-driven downturn, we've been nailing it. The past 8 months, you had a low of 5,800 that we called, and we've been in a sideways trend. We've been saying to accumulate at 5.8K, as high as 6.3K, and up until this last drop, that's all been winners, along with the trades on every single Coinbase coin made public with you guys, with order books. Riding ECA from 6 sats into the 30s, Linda from 16 sats into the 50s, ZEN getting listed on Binance. I literally tweeted that live. I made myself quite a bit of money trading that. So, people are like, oh, you've been long Bitcoin. It's like, yeah, but we've been having a lot of trades, a lot of accumulation, 8 months of passive income from mining, staking, noting. So you got to factor all that in here. And once again, I'm looking to accumulate Bitcoin at these levels.
I was around the 87 crash, tech crash, so yeah.
General Lee says, what about ICX thoughts? Actually, General Lee, go to our YouTube homepage, go down to the review section. I actually just did a review and overview on ICX, I think last week or something. So very recent. I think ICX is positioned very interesting. It's based in South Korea, which we know loves blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies. We've recently been talking about how friendly the South Korean government has been becoming for cryptocurrencies, and now they actually partnered up with ICX to build not 1, but 3 products on top of the Icon network. We don't know if they will be using ICX in full, but I think ICX is one of those tokens where the value and utilization of the network directly affects the price and the price appreciation of the underlying cryptocurrency, that being ICX. With the massive sell-off in ICX is like a lot of the altcoins down 90%, 95%. I think there's an opportunity there. I think if you go on Twitter, you see some salt regarding ICX because a lot of people got caught up in the FOMO and got caught up in the hype and bought at all-time highs and are a little salty and probably won't buy ICX for a while. But I think as people continue to utilize their network moving forward with the partnerships with WanChain, the partnerships with Aeon, the partnerships with Coin1, etc., they got a lot of partnerships. And I think down here at this level, we talked about it in Discord at the levels we would be buying. and I think it's one to take a risk on. I said if there was any further drop, I would be getting a bag. So yes, I do have a bag now with this most recent ICX drop. I think it was around 600 sats, 550 sats, or somewhere around there. Oh, Dennis says Coinbase would double their business with XRP. Now, I think that could be true. Now, I think Coinbase is worried for two reasons. Number one, I think they're concerned that XRP may be declared a security. Not to mention, Ripple has several closed and open court cases regarding the XRP token. On top of that, I continue to say that I think there may be some kind of underlying conflict of interest. Maybe Brian Armstrong invested in Ripple or something like that. I'm not sure, but that's just kind of the impression I have with XRP not even being on the short list to accompany some of these other assets that they've already listed and are looking to list here in the short-term future. Power to Achieve says Bitcoin SV means business now and number 7 on market cap. That number 7 on market cap is, I don't even know how to describe it. Kind of a joke. I mean, essentially they just split from the fork, have 17 million coins, and got a set valuation based on that many coins in circulation and the snapshot price of Bitcoin Cash. Do they mean business? Maybe. I don't want to touch it. I think Craig Wright is crazy. I think he's a narcissist. I think he's very unstable, and I think he's done a lot to harm a lot of individuals in the space purely out of greed. You know, he essentially says, I don't care about the short-term price. I'm going to do whatever I can to put down Bitcoin Cash, ABC, and Bitcoin to make sure my chain wins out. They still lost the hash wars. They made a grace period, and now they have their own coin. You know, this was never his plan. His plan was to take Bitcoin Cash, smash Roger Ver, smash Bitcoin, but now he's subsequently been left with his own branding, Bitcoin SV, and not touching it. I'll continue to say that. I was advising people to sell all of their BCH prior to the snapshot, which would have been pretty nice with that downturn and the entire market downturn. And I just really don't trust Craig Wright, personally. And even if he gets some great developers, I think his ability to hold relationships in this business ecosystem is very small. And I think there'll be a revolving door on the team with Bitcoin SV, in my opinion. Now, if you have other facts or you want to provide some articles on Twitter to me, and I can read over those and maybe present a different story on YouTube, but as of now, I'm just staying away.
I don't have much else here. Software still needs to fill in more data, which it's doing every day, so hopefully we get that. I'm looking forward to trying to bring up 3, 6, 9, and 12-month charts. Is what I'm really looking forward to doing.
Yeah.
RPD.
Bitcoin Jedi said, my college buddy told me about his friend was held at gunpoint at his home for a treasure recovery seed. Well, that is messed up. Yeah, I mean, that's just like any robbery. You know, if you have, that could be somebody trying to get your credit card, trying to steal your big screen TV, whatever it may be. You know, that's why I always preach, get a hardware wallet, store it in a safe location that may or may not even be in your home. Have it somewhere else if that's what you want to do, and don't brag about how many holdings or how much you're holding, where you're holding it, etc. And you got to be careful. Not only if you own crypto, but if you own any amount of money in your bank account, somebody can hold you at gunpoint, make you go to the ATM and withdraw it all. And, you know, that's just the shitty facts of life now and the world we live in. It's kind of crazy how many people want to immediately stomp on each other, hate each other, rob each other, etc. When really, you know, you only have one life to live. You should probably try to be happy, try to work and build relationships to better your life, their life, and everyone around you's life. And that's really the goal of what we try to do here. We try to come here for entertainment, help each other out, and we gain knowledge as you guys gain knowledge at the same time. And hopefully all can find success in this ecosystem moving forward and continue to do so.
And everybody's stressed.
Lammy J says, roll on January for RPD. I don't like to bring up RPD because I don't need people saying, oh, you're a shiller. But it's been doing quite well. 0.1 Satoshis up to as high as 6 Satoshis. I think we're around 3 or 4 now. And, you know, all I can really say is the goal is Q1 2019 for the mainnet release. Looks like it may be a little earlier than that with staking masternodes, mainnet, token swap, etc. So, interesting one. I would go to rapidsnetwork.io if you guys want to learn more. Go to the Twitter, the Telegram, Discord, whatever. Do your own research, and that's all I got to say on that one.
And I would say wait a few days, see how this sideways flag does. If we get one, and then be prepared, I think, to still buy the next dip if you have any fiat. Or if you're getting new to the game. Because you got to buy when it continues to hurt. So I think I would continue to add here.
Tedward P says, have fake seeds around so if people try to steal it, they can't recover bleep. There you go. That's pretty funny. Maybe I need to print up a couple of those, give them to my parents and stuff. And Bitcoin Jetta says, yes, the holdup was in front of his wife and babies. Yeah, that is crazy. You know, home invasions are always a scary thing. That's crazy.
Yeah, not cool. I've had a gun to my head before for 20 minutes. So St. Louis is
not cool.
Crazy area.
What else you guys got in the chat box, Todd? You got any more charts you want to show? Any last comments or concerns? If not, Monday Night Football is on, and I'm happy that we got back live here with you guys. I was expecting a lot more salt in the chat, a lot more trolling in the chat, but you know, a lot of you, this great community here is still in the game, which is nice to see your guys' name rolling, seeing the amount of live viewers we have, and you know, all we can say is hang in there, continue doing what you're doing, and just know that I haven't turned off any of my masternode stakes, minings, and it's nice to see that a lot of you have continued to accumulate, etc. And then Dustin says, stop shilling. That's funny.
Hilton Stone says he's not stressed. He's continuing to buy. And people talk about PCG, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I've taken hits, but I mean, the clients I have now are really trying to add fiat or trying to take advantage of it. So, and anybody that's been in the stock market over the years understands that we're not, you know, there's going to be cycles. We've warned this business is going to have bigger cycles. And the next correction is going to be a doozy as well. So.
There you go. And Dish says, how do you feel about Ohio allowing taxes to be paid in Bitcoin? Do I think it's a massive macro fundamental? Not really. But what that does show you is that individual state governments are recognizing Bitcoin for what it is. That is a currency. And I think that is a step in the right direction for mass adoption, for utilization, and the understanding what Bitcoin truly is, not just for money laundering, drug dealers, etc., but the security that the payment network can provide via safe transactions, 24/7 transactions, cheap transactions, etc. All the things you guys know about Bitcoin and blockchain technology that I think a lot of sectors can take advantage of, and I think has a real finite purpose moving forward.
What's up, Jeff? Jack? THC Funk Fam says I need to bring the mic up to my mouth when I'm talking.
Todd is just talking a little quiet today. It's not as amped.
I'm still having headaches from tripping over the dog.
Smashing
I mean, that's
arm.
why, you know, want to know where I've been. I mean, I took a pretty good fall, and today is the first day really my headaches are not quite as bad. So I've had it checked, chiropractor, you name it. But I kind of K-WOP'd myself. So that's not, last week's been a little bit painful.
Well, we've gone through a lot of news, a lot of fundamentals, some charts, as well as the software continues to aggregate all the data onto the new server. Do you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns? Before we head out of here, let's do a little bull versus bear question. Do you guys see $3,000 Bitcoin or $5,000 Bitcoin first? $3,000 to the downside, maybe we'll say 2,900. We got to break the 3,000, or 5,000 Bitcoin. Are you guys bearish at these levels, bullish at these levels? What do you think? 3 or 5 for Bitcoin, BTC?
And my dog's okay. I mean, he got squashed a little bit. I tried to take the pressure off of him. That's why I end up taking the blunt of the fall, but he's cool.
Seeing a lot of 3Ks, some 32, some 2,800, 3K. Looks like everybody is bearish. Not one person said 5K Bitcoin before 3K Bitcoin. And for that case, maybe I hope you guys are right, because I got this home equity loan. So I'd like to get some 3K Bitcoin on the way to 5K and then pay off my loan. And I'm already sitting with a nice free stack of Bitcoin. There you go.
Thanks to Paul Burns, saying one of the few YouTubers he listens to.
Shout out to Michael Barker. No comment question. Give us a question, Michael, for the $2 super chat. Each and every dollar matters to us, and we really appreciate the donations to the channel, whether it's super chat or with the Streamlabs link in the description below. Shout out to you, my friend, and next time you give us a donation, make us earn it and ask us a question.
Outlaw Preacher says, thanks for taking one for the dog. Yeah, if you knew my wife especially, and myself. I mean, I got 3 dogs here. She has 1. So we have 4 dogs. So, yeah, we're animal lovers.
Crypto Hunter says, I'm all in at 2K or 3K. There you go.
And then the wife tried to keep wildcats alive 8 years ago, and they burned our house down. So, so yeah, we're definitely animal lovers.
Bitcoin Jedi said, Nick, I came late. Did you do the XRP news? If you're referring to the Ripple and Coinbase pairing up for that investment into the new startup, then yes. If there's other XRP news, I did not cover it today. If there's anything else, throw it in the comment section and let everybody know what is going on.
Because you're long from where? You're long from 43?
41.
41? That's still going to be in one of your better trades.
There you go. And we gave that buy right before that massive rally into the 70s with the sell signal up there. The 41 was kind of because that we had that capitulation.
You bought 20,000 at the high and you've held all the way down.
Yep, for sure.
That's what I'm famous for, even though I first bought at 1850. Dumbass.
People are hilarious.
Oh.
Bitcoin Jetta said, cool, that was it. Thanks. No problem. Try to stay up to date. Try to stay unbiased and give my opinion on whether or not the cryptocurrency benefits from any news. And XRP has been one that the charts have been looking favorable on and that we've been making some trades on. So there we go. And I did give them props that they are generating more utilization for the XRP token with the launch of XRapid and other products.
Yeah, I don't drink.
Still prefer XLM. Still long on XLM. And think XLM could see a nice rally if it is added
Show
to Coinbase,
me the money.
as well as XLM's chart looking very constructive as far as the Satoshi chart.
The gun to my head was just really a robbery in St. Louis. A lot of people don't know that, so I think my mom knows that. I think I told her. So,
well, if she doesn't know, she knows now.
Don't scare her because she might be listening.
Shout out to Jack for the £2, I believe is that symbol. We really appreciate that. I just went on a rant about how you need to make us earn these donations and ask us a question, but nonetheless, thanks for the $2 super chat. Much appreciated. That will go to our accumulation and giveaway stash.
What up, Wog? Australian.
If you guys are just tuning in now, we already went through the news, the TA, the fundamentals, etc. So make sure to watch the rewind. We're just kind of hanging out with the community now, answering some questions, and relaxing for a second before we head out of here. Make sure to smash that like, share, and subscribe button because this is a Horizon Zen giveaway show. All you gotta do is leave a comment in the comment section below with that wallet address, ZEN, for your chance to win, just for being an active community member here at LearnCrypto/Wyckoff SMI. Don't forget to go to learncrypto.io, home of our cryptocurrency trading course. Join the over 950 students trying to learn how to trade cryptocurrencies. Learn Wyckoff that they can apply to any investable asset class, stocks, equities, bonds, precious metals, etc.
Cheers, bud time. St. Louis, Missouri, when it gets to 2,000.
There you go. You can come here on the show.
I'm still going to kiss it.
And we'll make Todd kiss it, but you got to pay for your own flight to get here.
Bud Time's got a female picture, though, right?
I don't know. Who knows?
I hope so. That'd be a little bit better for my...
If it's a female picture, you can fly up now. That's hilarious.
Yeah, no drinking, no drugs, no nothing. My bad habit is stock market and now crypto markets.
It looks like everybody else is just kind of chit-chatting away. No major questions. Everybody is bearish. I said 3K or 5K Bitcoin. Nearly everyone said 3K Bitcoin coming first. If that's the case, I think you'll be looking there. Todd also thinks if we go sideways here, we could have one more leg down, which would probably be around that, 3K, 3,200 level?
Yeah,
maybe?
probably.
So, I'm glad to see this many people still tuning in, having some fun here, gathering the news, the knowledge, etc. Shout out to all of our Patreon members. We'll see you in Discord tonight. I know some people are like, oh, you disappeared. Guys, we're on Twitter. We're on Telegram. You know our real name. You know all of our information's at the bottom of the screen right there. And if you're a Patreon and Discord member, we were even on there, even while on vacation, tried to be in there any day, every day, or if someone tagged me or Todd, we answered the question as fast as possible. So you know where to find us. Or join our Patreon, join our private Discord, where we talk a little more in depth pertaining to important technical analysis, fundamental analysis, Palm Beach information, etc.
Yeah, we don't change our phone numbers, so everyone that needs to reach me probably knows how to reach me. And even on vacay, I'm still, there's no real vacay. I've been doing this for how many years now? 40 years, so. And yeah, this has been one of my worst years and tough trading. but I was here in the beginning, and I'll be here at the end. And Litecoin, let me bring that up real quick here. I mean, a lot of the charts look this way. We had oversold when we first broke down hard. Right now we're setting at 40, 41 on technometers. The OP did go to a new low here while price is holding. So again, maybe a short-term low here, but it's going to need more days to try to decipher that. Again, I think probably we're doing some type of fourth wave, and one more quick down with a reversal is what I'd like to see.
There you go. I think that's about all we got. We'll have some new news articles, fundamentals, technical analysis for tomorrow. Hopefully more charts from the software as that data continues to aggregate. And that's what our plan is, guys. We're here to stay, just like we said from day one. Nothing changed for a macro opinion on where this ecosystem is going. Just the irrationality of the market continues, and the downward pressure from Roger Ver and Craig Wright infighting, I think, is one of the major catalysts for the sell-off. That's all I can say. Hopefully you spent time with your family and friends over Thanksgiving break. You didn't stare at the charts too much. I even sent a tweet about that. And you just got to enjoy each and every day and try to position yourself for what even the big dogs are saying will come. Even the most bearish individuals in our community, Taj, thinks, we got a little lower, but he still says the outlook for the future is massive. So, we're still here to stay, and this is nothing out of the ordinary. Bitcoin's had, 3, 4, 5, 80% retracements, 90% retracements, 70% retracements, etc. So, could be just another blip on the chart.
Thanks to everybody, all the usual names here. So, have a good one. We will, I'm sure, see you tomorrow night.
There you go. Until next time, stay tuned for your daily updates on cryptocurrencies right here at Learn Crypto.
I'm rich, bitch!
We got some 0x info for you coming in tomorrow's show. Also, make sure to go to our homepages. We did have a little bit of a review over ZRX, and we have talked about it in some of our live shows. So look in the titles for the ZRX or 0x in the title to get some information there as well. Peace out, all the new individuals. Shout out to the wrench. The wrench is over here in the chat box, and we will see you guys tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central Time.
Later.
Well, hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you got to be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck. Everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there. We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.